Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really cool gardening journal entry from an author named Ang, all about cultivating the butterfly pea plant. You know, whether you've got a massive backyard or just a sunny little windowsill, we're going to walk step by step through this whole journey of patience and, honestly, a completely unexpected harvest. Section 1. The Butterfly Pea Journey, or as it's known botanically, clitoria-ternatea. This whole thing started with some pretty modest beginnings several moons ago. Okay, let's dive into this. So the story kicks off with a super simple intention. Ang just wanted to buy a single solitary butterfly pea specimen from a nursery, just to get some seed pods ready for harvest. Kind of a quick one-and-done deal. But, well, the actual result was way, way grander than that. From that one single plant, Ang ended up sprouting multiple seedlings. And those seedlings, they matured and literally spread across several different gardening areas. It turned this humble little purchase into an absolute abundance. Talk about a pleasant surprise, right? Section 2, minimal maintenance required. Now, Ang usually steers clear of vining plants because, let's face it, they usually demand a ton of heavy management. But this plant, it was a total exception. And this brilliantly illustrates why it's such a winner. Sure, it does need some trellis support so it can climb, and yeah, adequate watering is absolutely essential, but the real game changer here, zero pest control needed. None. For anyone who spent hours out there battling aphids, this is a massive relief. It's incredibly low maintenance and just completely stress-free. Section 3, harvesting the seed pods. So after months of just really patient observation, Ang hit a massive gardening milestone. We're talking about harvesting second-generation seeds. And what does that mean exactly? Well, it means the plants that were carefully nurtured from that original humble nursery purchase actually completed a full life cycle, and they produced offspring of their very own. It's the ultimate sign of a truly thriving garden. It's like completing a giant puzzle. So the crucial point is, how do you actually know when it's time to harvest? Well, Ang relied on a very specific, undeniable visual cue, a distinct brownish color. When those bright, vibrant green pods finally dry out and turn brown, that is the exact moment they are ripe enough to be picked. No guesswork, just a simple, clear signal from nature. Section 4. Propagating the next generation. So we've got the mature plants, we've got the harvested pods, which brings us to a pretty funny realization from Ang's journal. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this exact quote. Judging by the number of seeds I've gathered, hoarded so far. That word hoarded, right? It just paints such a brilliant picture of what's going on here. I mean, what started as a quick trip for a single plant turned into a veritable treasure trove. It completely exceeded all expectations. And because of this, wonderful hoarding situation, Ang's immediate next steps are crystal clear. Step 1 is just to keep harvesting those ripened brownish pods as soon as they appear. And step 2, shift the focus entirely over to seed propagation in the coming weeks. It's time to actually test out these second-generation seeds and see what they can do. We have seen how a single plant can become this thriving, totally pest-free garden, and we've talked about the simple joy of just waiting for a pod to turn brown. So, I want to leave you with this thought. If you were to adopt this low-maintenance, high-reward method in your own space, where would your propagation journey begin? Seriously, think about it. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy growing.